So, shall we move on to our first feature, the interview with Mike Mundy and Mark Wilson from the Bradley Stoke Cricket Club. Hello to you, chaps.
Morning, Steve. Morning,
Hello, welcome.
Thank you.
So, tell us a little bit about this organisation. I was doing a touch of the old research, and it looks like that the organisation, Bradley Stoke Cricket Club, has been around for around 20 years. How did it start, and how has it changed in that period?
I'll take that one, Steve, if you like. It's, as you say, 21 years ago, and it all started when I actually was personally walking down to probably the shop, or more likely the pub, and noticed there was a sign where the cricket ground now is, saying there was going to be a proposed site for a bowls club and a cricket club. And always being interested in cricket, but never having played, I contacted the council, and from there onwards we applied, along with 3 other clubs, to be the founder users of the facilities.
Right, so that process was way back in 1990?
1990.
Okay, and at that time, from what I've seen, there was more than one interested party, wasn't there?
Yes, there were. There were 3 other cricket clubs who applied to North Avon District Council, as it was then, to use the facilities. The Bowls Club was a fait accompli. That was already there as North Avon Bowls Club, but the cricket section had 4 applicants.
Right. And how did you come to be victorious, as it were? Because it looks like you were together with another club for a little while.
That's right. Way back, we all 4 clubs had to make a presentation to the full council of North Avon District Council at Thornbury.
A sort of beauty contest.
Basically, yes.
Okay.
Well, we'd have lost that one if it had been the case, but thankfully it wasn't that.
Your best bib and tucker, was it?
Best bib and tucker, yes.
Good.
So we made a presentation, and I think the key probably was the fact we called ourselves Bradley Stoke Cricket Club, and the others were already established clubs with different names from parts of the area. So that helped. As far as the other club was concerned, there were 2 clubs that applied as Bradley Stoke Cricket Club, and one of them was another local club who intended to change their name and use the facilities.
Right.
We then got together and amalgamated and became Bradley Stoke Cricket Club.
Which is brilliant, isn't it? Because, you obviously, like you said, I think the name definitely helped, didn't it? The Bradley Stoke name. And, with it being in Bradley Stoke, what a fantastic... So you obviously pitched yourself really well, didn't you?
I think it helped, yes, certainly.
So we get to that stage, and you've obviously established yourself as a single cricket club, but things have changed over the years, haven't they? You've now several clubs. Can you tell us how several teams? Can you tell us how that's evolved?
Yeah, it's start off with the first team played. I think we played Sundays right from the beginning as well. But yeah, as Bradley Stoke being the area that it is, a lot of people were moving in. So we've seen quite a few players come and go because it was the type of area where people were coming in for work and then maybe moving on. And it grew. We got 2 teams up fairly quickly. Sundays became 2 teams as well, and now we've got 4 Saturday teams, verging on 5 occasions.
Whoa, that's quite a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's just grown. So we've used the school as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, at Bailey's Court, there's only one ground there, so we also hire the school and play the 3rd and 4th play up there. There's 2 teams on the Sunday, plus all the youth section, which is really important. We've got youth teams at every level now. So
that's brilliant.
Yeah, so it's
really
a lot
good.
of people got involved in the club, which is brilliant. It's what we want to see.
When were you first able to introduce a youth club, so to speak, youth club?
We've had probably about 10 years ago. We've got quite a few of our senior players now came through a youth section, and as happens with these things, sometimes it faded away a little bit. You need volunteers to run it and do these things, and it did fade away for a few years, but it's vital that you have it. And now we've got a guy, Barry Radford, who does a fantastic job with a team of guys. They put in a lot of work, and it's really made it flourish. It's so important because there's nothing nicer than turning up to the ground
That's great.
and seeing a kids game going on, lots of parents involved. That's really fulfilling when you're running the club to see that kind of thing.
I think that's what it's all about, isn't it? You're only going to get out of something what you put into it, and I think that obviously with having, so much, and it sounds like this guy, Barry, you said, he's obviously doing a fantastic job there, so great.
It's a lot of work.
It is, and it's all in his own time, and like you said, voluntary, and we know, don't we, Steve, what that's all about?
Oh yes, Bradley Stoke Radio knows what voluntary means, certainly. So Bradley Stoke is an ever-evolving town where, for people that aren't yet that familiar with the area, and bearing in mind our listeners in Bristol proper, can you just describe whereabouts you are?
Yes, we're in Bailey's Court Road, which is in the southern side of Bradley Stoke, and if people find the Bailey's Court pub, they'll basically find us, because we're just 100 yards along the road from them.
Right. And what sort of funding arrangements do you have? You say that you're voluntary, and I imagine you get some forms of local funding, but how does that actually work? How do you survive, I guess is the question.
Sorry, go on.
Members obviously paying subs. The contribution from obviously the number of youth players we've got now, that's helped. Although you don't look to make money out of that side of things. That's something you're trying to grow. So it's up to the members. We also run the bar at Bailey's Court, so that's fantastic. What we've done with that is we purely use the funds from that to develop the club. So it will be to
it's non-profit then, really. Exactly the same as what we do here on the radio station. Anything that we get, and same as you guys, is ploughed right back into to doing what you have to do.
Yeah, and with the bar, what we said we would do is it won't just be used to give the members an easy ride in paying the bills. Anything we take from the bar goes towards improving the facilities. So, last year we spent £9,000 on new practice nets. This year we're doing a joint project with the council to improve the facilities. That's £12,000, which we've done.
Which is a lot, isn't it? That's a really good sum of money, and to plough it back in, because if you didn't have that, it's beg, steal or borrow, isn't it? So.
Yeah, it's that, and also we use some of that money for improving the youth coaches, so we send them off to get qualified for that. Sponsorship, I'll let Mike go on sponsorship, because I mean Mike's done a really good job with that, but it is becoming harder, obviously, because companies are struggling.
Yeah, I mean, if there's anybody out there who's interested in cricket and wants to sponsor us, we would be pleased to talk to you. I'll get a plug in. Sponsorships can start from as little as £10 a game. We're very indebted to the Covey Play Group of Bradley Stoke, who've supported us virtually every season of our existence, which is wonderful. And in more recent time, Ocean Homes also sponsored our midweek Cup competition. That's a competition whereby there are 7 teams, including ourselves, take part in 15 over games, 8 balls and over. And there are 7 teams, as I say, and that's done on a Tuesday and Thursday night in the early part of the summer because of the light evenings. That's been very popular with local companies, as I say. But sponsorship is very difficult in these hard economic times, but we realise that. But if anybody is interested, then we'd be only too pleased to talk to them.
Great, we'll give out all your contact details at the end. Let's just stop for a little music now, and we'll come back to talk to the guys from Bradley Stoke Cricket Club in a few moments.